Oh man, this video hurts. This one hurts. What's up, y'all? So, mind you, I should be studying. Tomorrow's my test. But I had to sit on this particular information, because I still couldn't wrap my brain around it. I was thinking, maybe, just maybe, there was going to be a retraction or something. You know, Guerrilla Games would come out and say, no, that's not what we said. But we didn't get it. So if you haven't heard by now, Guerrilla Games has confirmed that they are done with the Killzone franchise. And to some people, they might go, well, I didn't really kill for Killzone at all. Some people. A good chunk of us who did play Killzone will tell you how bad of a move this is, especially when people are already fatigued on Horizon as of right now. Horizon Zero Dawn just got obviously the remaster. Digital Foundry did a video on it and vice versa. And again, this is still the same experience, but vice versa. You know, people are already tired of hearing about this. You already played Forbidden West, etc. And there isn't really anything else coming from Guerrilla Games that's really generating crazy excitement. The Lego game is arguably the only thing that's pretty much making waves, and that's courtesy of the fact that it is now, you know, one of the first games that's going to start a trend with Sony in regards to making attraction pieces. That's one of the main reasons why Sony greenlit this. So I'm reading this, you know, Killzone's no more. And I look back on the history of PlayStation, you know, the Resistance, the Motor Storms, you know, the SOCOMs, Haze, etc. You know what I mean? I'm looking at all these crazy games that we had. And all these games are being ignored. And we are just getting remakes and remasters of games that came out in the PS4 gen that no one asked for. Games that already looked incredibly good. Like Last of Us 2. Even though I didn't like the story. Last of Us 2, PS4. Still one of the best looking Naughty Dog games. In fact, it is their best looking game that they've ever put out. Gets a full-on remaster for PS5 for the sake of remastering. No one's asking for these remasters. No one's asking for these remakes. But apparently we're wrong if we speak our minds about this and we ask for something better. We're wrong if we have a problem with a company that supposedly is for the players. We're wrong. The player is wrong for demanding better for the platform. This is how bad things have gotten for the PlayStation community, and arguably it will continue to get bad. You know, I was getting ready to go off on this whole PS5 Pro situation. I really, really was. Until I rewatched a certain video. Yes, I went back and watched another video. Ironically, they told us flat out what was going to happen. And this was courtesy from Mark Cerny. He flat out said that the PS5 Pro aims to get rid of the option because 3/4 of players actually choose performance over visuals. The PS5 Pro is designed to help alleviate that, or at least narrow the divide. So basically, he flat out told you that the PS5 Pro was not going to be this ultimate gaming experience for those who want the performance side of things. What you guys got out of PS5 Pro is literally what you already have right now with PS5. A repackaged, remastered version of it. The only difference is we're not talking about SSDs now. We're talking about upscalers. And I already know, dude's going to say, oh, that's cap. He didn't say that or blah, blah, blah. I'll roll the clip right now just for you, and then we'll continue.
The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players. Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering. These modes might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier, and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run at 60 frames per second, mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved. When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer.
So, you heard it from the man himself. Yeah. So I'm not surprised now. I'm not surprised. Don't even be shocked if I don't even say nothing. I'm not surprised that, what was it, Alan Wake 2 is running at 30 FPS and we're being charged $700 to $900 for this. Alan Wake is 30 FPS in a quality mode. Performance mode, it's running at 60 with the base resolution at like 840p upscaled to 4K. This is what we're excited for next gen. And there's a reason why I said that this is basically a PS5 remastered. What happened with PS5, ladies and gentlemen? PS5 promised X amount of things with IO throughput, X amount of performance gains in games, incredible visuals, etc. And the only thing we really got out of PlayStation 5 was visuals, because the community is so stupid in regards to what they want. The community flat out claimed they wanted 60 FPS on all games, yet they settle for visuals. Oh, the game doesn't look that good. Oh, Insomniac is bad because Spider-Man 2 was unpolished when we first saw it in its technical showcase. Yeah, I remember that. Now we're back to square one. Only difference is we're taking our turn down the Xbox One X route, where we're making up resolutions, lower resolutions, and we're taking those base resolutions, and we're supposed to be excited about that being uploaded to 4K. I'm good, bro. I'm perfectly fine. This is insane. So many games could benefit from remakes and remasters, and yet this is the best we get out of PlayStation. And you know what's insane about this too? Dudes are bringing up upscalers because, you know, again, remember, it was SSDs, now it's the upscalers. Dudes are comparing DLSS, of all things, to PS5, PSSR. And yet, if you actually watch the Digital Foundry video, they flat out tell you that PSSR does not beat DLSS at all. It beats FSR because FSR, this version that it is up against, is on its way out. They're about to come out with the newer one, which is 4. What you're getting with PSSR is the closest you're going to get to FS4 until FS4 is available for PC, which is very, very soon. Once that drops, you will get even more advanced improvements in FSR4 over PSSR. There's a reason why I said more advanced tech in consoles means even more advanced tech in PC. What consoles do good now, PCs will ultimately do better. It happens all the time. This is not a fanboy statement. This is not me being biased. This has already been proven multiple times. You even seen it with the SSDs with PlayStation 5 to PC. There's really no argument here. So for the people acting like people are upset about PlayStation 5 Pro, they are not. I advise you to stop listening to people who don't game on PlayStation to tell you about quote unquote people in the PC community, because I already thoroughly exposed somebody to the point where his deception goes deeper than just a PS5 Pro, him hyping it up and glazing it to try and fit in with the PlayStation fanboys or PlayStation community. This individual hasn't even bought a single game on the base model PlayStation at all. He hasn't bought a single first party from the base model PlayStation. So when you see him on Twitter talking, I can't wait to play Horizon and all these games on PS5 Pro, I mean, he wasn't buying them on the base, so I don't know. I guess we can believe him, I guess. Listen, man. Listen. I know a lot of you are upset that I have moved on with my life and I've ascended past the console side. PlayStation will always will hold a special place in my heart. I still care to an extent about PlayStation, but make no mistake about it, I'm not emotionally drawn to it anymore. I've severed that link. I am fine. I'm good. Okay? I'm good. I'm free. I'm unplugged. I'm a free man. But one thing about me, though, as this generation prolongs, it's going to be very interesting to see how the future really, really goes. Because since the PS5 Pro is a PS5 base remastered, you already know what's going to happen when we get into these more demanding games. There's a reason why we haven't seen Unreal Engine 5 games running on PlayStation 5 Pro. There's a reason why we haven't seen any newer titles, including Ghost of Yotai, running on PlayStation 5 Pro. The reason why we haven't seen none of these newer games running on it, because the performance gained and the visuals, etc., are not going to be that insanely different. And as more demanding games come, these modes that you're seeing right here, watch these modes get far and far less than what you got before. It's bad enough you couldn't get the performance ray tracing mode, which we all thought we were going to get with PS5 Pro. At least that would have been a selling point. You can't even get that on PlayStation 5 Pro. So, yeah, that's it for me. As far as Spider-Man going to PC, cool. Shout out to Insomniac. They deserve a break. I don't care that we don't have DLC coming for Spider-Man 2, especially who spent most of their, more likely they're course correcting everything with the whole, leaks of Wolverine and all that stuff. So they're course correcting. They don't have time to do it. And it's fine. You're about to get the Venom expansion. That's going to be your whole thing. That's going to pretty much be, your Miles Morales 2.0 type of game that they make, but it's going to be Venom themed. That's going to be cool. And that's about it. I got nothing bad to say about anything in regards to Insomniac. Yeah, it would have been cool to get more content out of it, but hey, it is what it is. We'll just see how it goes. To all you dudes that are all of a sudden still playing Spider-Man, even though we know for a fact you're not, claiming that Insomnia Games and PlayStation is treating us bad. Sony has been releasing multiple games on PC day and date, and you clowns are still here, still fighting for this plastic box, still in your 24-hour podcast or Twitter Spaces. And you mean to tell me that this is the straw that breaks the camel's back because this game is going to PC? I hate to break it to you. Your back has been broken. And guess what? You're going to continue to still be on PlayStation. Hence why Sony should already just take you out your misery and just announce day and date so that so many of you idiots can shut the hell up and move on and get the hell out of this conversation that you care about the industry and you care about the studios or the developers. That right there is the day I can't wait to see. And that's going to happen sooner than you think. This your boy Bit. I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good one. Peace.